After watching this video, you will understand exactly how to enter a trade using the 15-minute time frame. I'm going to be showing you my 4 confluence rule-based strategy, which you can start copying from today. Because after watching this video from start to finish, you will be able to copy the strategy and start passing prop from challenges and achieve consistent payouts. Because with this strategy, these are the kind of results that I've been doing. I've been passing prop from challenges consistently for the past 2 years using this exact entry model. So make sure to pay attention from start to finish, and let's dive straight in. Now we're going to start here on the daily time frame, and we're going to go through the 4 confluences one by one, with the very first confluence being the one which you are probably most familiar with, market structure. Now market structure is very simple to identify because all you're simply looking for is a swing high, a swing low, a new potential lower high, and then a new potential lower low. Now what I love to do is drawing out my overall swing range, where I mark out the low and I mark out the high. And then we go into the second piece of confluence, which is the premium versus discount tool. Now drawing the premium versus discount tool, and if you want my fib settings, it's very simple. I just use the 0, the 0.5 and the 1 fib, and all we are simply looking for is for the market to retrace towards that 0.5 fib and then continue its overall leg further in towards the downside. Now the overall confluence has been completed once the market actually retraces into that 0.5 fib. Now it doesn't need to hit the exact level to precision, it's more a zone that you can use to your advantage. Now when the market has retraced approximately into that zone, you are then ready to look for a trade from it. So that's the second piece of confluence. Now the third piece of confluence is supply and demand, and what we have here is a beautiful so-called buy up in towards the highs, and then a very strong V-shaped reversal in towards the downside. So a very strong sell, which broke market structure. And therefore, this here is a valid area of supply that aligns beautifully with the 0.5 fib. Now, the fourth and last piece of confluence is then liquidity. Now, when we want to identify liquidity, go 1 time frame lower. That's the easiest way to identify it. And look at the overall impulse that you had here in towards the downside. And within that overall impulse, I view it as a road where I'm going to be looking for so-called bumps in the road. And these bumps in the road, those are going to be little liquidity highs, where if you extend a line to the right, you will see that the market is very likely to interact with it. So as we can see over here, it interacted, just grabbed demand and then pushed up higher, eventually pushed a little bit lower, but then the overall retracement took us higher. And then again, we've taken out liquidity over here on this high. So liquidity has been taken. We retraced into that daily area of supply that we have over here. We've retraced into the 0.5 fib, and we can now expect that the new impulsive phase in towards the downside is commencing, and we're ready to start trading towards what? Well, towards a new lower low, in line with the overall trend, and that the overall pullback phase has taken place, and that we're now looking to trade the next impulse in towards the downside, and therefore we're only looking for shorts. Now the strategy is as simple as then removing all of the lines and drawings and looking simply at the most recent price action, where we have a very clear and beautiful buy up, right? So we have a buy up for a strong sell down, causing this little internal market structure break. So we understand by everything, supply is in control, and we're looking for a short. Now we're going to do the exact same thing here on the 4-hour time frame, because again, we're going to use the 4 confluences that I just explained, with the first one being market structure. So what we have here is a market structure break. Here again, we have a market structure break, and here again, we have a market structure break. We then understand market structure is bearish, and what we can then do is do the second piece of confluence, which is the premium versus discount tool. So again, we see here premium versus discount tool. We see that the 0.5 fib aligns beautifully with the overall daily supply zone, because this green zone here is our daily supply zone, and preferably you always want to see price at least tap into that daily supply zone before then making its next leg in towards the downside, by the way. Now we have the premium versus discount tool drawn in, we have bearish market structure, and what we're now looking for is liquidity. So what we again see here is, okay, we have the impulsive phase in towards the downside. We then identify here the little bump in the road. This is the blue dotted line. That is the liquidity high that we want to get taken out, and then we want to look for the overall short position. Now there's no real clear supply zone except for this supply zone over here. So we're going to look now for the market to retrace in towards that daily supply zone, and then from there we're going to look for the short position. So what happens here is that the market takes out liquidity and already starts dumping in towards the downside. Now what you're going to often see is that the market will not always retrace into this perfect supply zone. No, what it can also do is take out liquidity and then form a supply zone in itself through creating a buy up before a sell down over here, because what you ultimately have here is something called a fractal structure shift, where you see a market structure shift on the individual candlesticks. Now more on this in a future video, but all you're simply seeing here is a push up, push down, push up, and then boom, strong breakdown, clearly indicating to me that the liquidity here was enough to act as an area of supply zone and then to create a fresh area of supply in itself on the overall buy for the sell down over here. So we now on the 4-hour time frame have everything. We have bearish market structure. The market has retraced into premium pricing. We have the overall liquidity high here, and we now have the area of supply. So what I now can do is go into the 50-minute time frame and then again identify the exact same confluences and look for the overall setup. So what I want to see here from the 50-minute time frame is actually just pretty much the exact same thing as we've been identifying on the daily and the 4-hour. So again, what I see here is a 4-hour break of structure in towards the downside. Within the overall impulse here in towards the downside, where do we have liquidity? Well, on top of this bullish candle's high. It's very simple. In a, let's say, bearish impulse down, identify a bullish candle. That is most likely going to be your liquidity high. And then, for example, when we look for let's say a liquidity low, look for a strong push up. And then for a bearish candle's low, that is most likely going to be your liquidity low, which can fuel a future move up. So we're waiting here on the 50-minute time frame for liquidity to get taken out. The overall retracement in towards the upside has now started. We can draw in the premium versus discount tool. We've identified liquidity, so we can see, okay, the market retraces above the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement. What happens is that we've taken out liquidity and we've tapped into what? Into the 4-hour supply zone. So we have the 4-hour supply zone, we have the 50-minute liquidity high, we've had 50-minute premium be reached, and we have 50-minute bearish market structure. Now, what we're waiting for is what? The last piece of confluence, which is a supply zone to be formed. Now, what we have here is a little internal trend in towards the highs. And what I'm simply waiting for is for the trend to shift here and for a supply zone to be created in the form of a buy up, right? Before a strong sell down. That is then going to be the final piece of confluence to then enter a potential trade. So what happens here is that the market then starts to shift in towards the downside. So what we have is again a break of market structure. Therefore, again, we use the same confluences here on the 50-minute time frame. Overall high, overall low, break of structure in towards the downside. So what I now have is again multiple areas of liquidity. So for example, here we have our overall supply zone. Here we have the premium versus discount tool, and here we have a liquidity high. So very simply said, we're just looking again for the same confluences on the 50-minute time frame, but then here within the market structure that we have. So we have the strong impulse in towards the downside. Within the impulse down, what do we have? We have liquidity here, we have liquidity here, and we have liquidity here. And once one of those liquidity highs get taken out, we can look for the potential short position. Now what happens here is that we retrace into this supply zone. We start seeing the bearish market structure shift. Now this is the first entry that we can take to then form a new potential lower low for a 1 to 3 risk to reward. We have all the confluences. We've hit the 0.5 fib. We have the internal liquidity. We have the supply zone. We have the bearish market structure. And from there, the market then decides to continue its overall leg further in towards the downside to then eventually hit RTP for a beautiful 1 to 3 risk to reward.